name is Gillian Howell and I'm a music workshop facilitator and event producer. George worked on a project called Jump on the Bandwagon, and this was a large-scale music jam for families in a venue called Art which is a children's art centre in Melbourne. I chose to work with George because I was looking for a photographer who could really capture some of the magic of the experiences that the children have in these workshops. They're often having one of their first experiences of playing an instrument and making sound as part of a big group, so their facial expressions are often really lively, and I needed someone who could capture that. I've also got some really interesting interactions in the projects that are taking place between professional musicians and children and families, so I was looking for someone who had a really good eye for those sorts of interactions and capturing those as still images. I really enjoyed working with George. It was a very straightforward process right from the beginning of the quote and contracting and making the arrangements, and I was really happy with the photographs. They captured all of the aspects of the event that I knew I wanted, such as those facial expressions and really special interactions, and also some beautiful moments of discovery where I've got photographs now that show a child discovering something about their instrument or about this experience of playing with a lot of other people. During the jam, the Jump on the Bandwagon jam, I'm really focused on all the children and all the families. And what was really great about George coming in as our photographer was he arrived, we'd already discussed the brief beforehand, and I then hardly saw him until the end. So, and it's a real skill, I think, in a photographer to be able to discreetly just move around the space, finding those shots, finding those opportunities, but also somehow not be disrupting what's going on. And I thought that George was particularly skilled in this because I really did get to the end of the jam and go, I wonder where George is. But there he was, and I've got the CD of photographs to prove it. One of the standout things for me on the photographs that George has taken for me is the layers and textures. There are a lot of, these are very people-focused photographs that I was needing, and so we have a lot of photographs now that show crowds of children and their parents and other kids and instruments, so quite fiddly things, lots of movement and unpredictable moments going on probably, but I now have lots of photographs that have really captured all of those in some very beautiful textures and layers and colours.